So here's Seeking Alpha. My opinion, by far, it is the best program to use when you're looking at dividend growth stocks. I feel like over recent years, dividend growth stocks have become more popular again. And there's a lot of programs that really doesn't give you good enough analysis. But let's look at Seeking Alpha. We'll start with Target, which in my opinion is a great dividend growth stock, and you'll see why. So if you type in Target, it'll bring you to this, give you a nice summary. It has all of these other things, but we're here for the dividends. If you click on dividends, it will show you its dividend yield, its annual payout, its payout ratio, its growth, and how long it has been paying out. These first three you could easily find on pretty much any other platform that shows you information about a corporation, but this just makes it easier. It could show you how many years it's been doing it for, what its growth rate is. If you click on dividend growth right here, it will even show you a chart so you can see how consistent this growth has been. It will show you its 3-year growth rate, 5-year, 10-year. So I think this just has a lot of great information. I mean, it shows the payout throughout the years as well right here. So you can see it has clearly been going up, and it's been having a pretty positive trend the entire time. It may have been we could look, okay, a couple years, it may have been a higher yield than others. But if we look at the actual payout, that looks to be like it's a pretty consistent growth. There hasn't been a single year where there was a dip. Not even in 2007, 8, and 9. It just kept on increasing its dividends. So just by analyzing this, very easy to analyze. Okay, Target is probably a safe stock to invest in if you're looking for dividend stocks. You can even go to dividend safety, which kind of shows you the payout. The payout is 39%. So, that's a relatively safe stock. Anything under 60% is safe for a payout. You don't want a stock that is paying out too much. You'd rather maybe them take those earnings and reinvest it into the company so it can continue to appreciate. But this also shows you a chart. It looks like back in 2015, its payout ratio is 55%, a little high, but overall, it's stayed below that 60%. So this is Seeking Alpha is a great tool to use to show you all this. Let's look at a stock that is not the best dividend stock to invest in, and it's definitely not a dividend growth stock, which is Ford. As you can see, its payout ratio right now is 5,000%. So I don't know how they're going to pull that off. They're probably going to have to cut their dividends or take on a lot of debt to pay their investors. So we go to dividend growth. You can see this is much more choppy. They had a big payout in 2001, dropped significantly, started going down. Looks like they kind of got their act together. Started to go up again, but now it's really plateaued the past 4 years. And you could see here how it's plateaued. And back then had a much bigger payout. So this kind of shows you, okay, maybe this isn't the best stock to invest in. If you look at its safety, there is no safety here. I mean, it's been hovering around 50 to 60%, but right now during this whole little stock market crash with the coronavirus and its stock plummeting to $4, it's not going to be able to meet that ratio for its earnings. But that's Seeking Alpha. There's a lot of other things that you can look at. You could go into key data, look at the financials. If you upgrade to the premium, you can look back all these extra years. But I mean, I even like how this is free, and it'll show you 5 years. And right here, it'll kind of show you a chart of how those 5 years are. So it could be a really quick overview of how the company's doing. I mean, Ford's not the best company to really show you this. If we jump to, say, Google, which has much better growth. You can see how all of these charts are trending up, and then you can actually see the numbers here to compare them. So I think that's very cool as well. I mean, Seeking Alpha has more than just dividends, more technical analysis, more fundamental analysis than just dividends. But I think it's the best program to look at dividends. As you can see, Google doesn't give dividends, so it will show you that Google currently doesn't pay dividends. If we go to another dividend stock like JP Morgan, this will be the last one that I show. Payout ratio is a little high, 66%, and it looks like it's going to continue to grow. If we go to growth, dividend growth, you can see, okay, it's a little choppy, a little unstable, but in recent years, it looks like it's had a nice trend up. But that's Seeking Alpha. It's very easy to use. The charts make it very simple to read, and I think it's the best way to look for dividend growth stocks, to really analyze to see if they're going to be a good investment.